The condominiums at Midtown Crossing continue to evolve. Our condominium boards are working together to improve building safety and resident convenience through smarter, modernized systems.
Technology is about capabilities that are available now, as others have pointed out, that weren't available when the buildings were developed and when they were even envisioned. They were nowhere on the radar that we would have these abilities within a short 15 years. So we're looking at things that can modernize us, bring us forward, but also it is an intersection of opportunity that is occurring right now. We need to seize the day, and seizing the day means that we recognize that although there are changes that can be concerning, as big changes always are, there is also some things that are going to allow us to address problems that were on the horizon anyway.
The modernization plan focuses on upgrading access control, surveillance, and monitoring, building a stronger, more connected system.
Up till now, part of the budget has been for a development-wide security contract. By development-wide, I mean all the buildings in Midtown Crossing, not just the condominium buildings, but also the apartment buildings, the gym, the hotel. And that security contract has included a foot patrol of some sort, pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There have been variations in it over the years, but it looks as if we're going to be moving away from that. And at the same time, it looks as if within the condominium buildings, we're going to take another look at our system on the hardware side that's related to security.
When talking about vulnerabilities in our current system, in the demo, we currently use a fob system as our primarily way of entry points in our campus. The device I had at the town hall was called a flipper device, and that scans RF frequencies and copies them, and you can make other fobs or just use the device itself to use the same frequency as a fob or a card or whatnot. That's available to anybody who is on the internet for $200, But the problem with our fob system, the biggest vulnerability is that there's no ID verification with it. I'm sure we've all handed our fob to a guest or someone else to use to access and things like that, but that doesn't verify that that person actually has the appropriate access and the means to get in here.
New technology will verify identity, prevent unauthorized use, and make daily life easier for residents and guests.
I am a strong believer in wing walking. Wing walking, if you can picture the old-time movie where there's a biplane up there and there's this lovely young thing with her balancing pole, and she is standing on the wings and she's moving from one side to the other and doing acrobatics and all of these things. We call the number one rule of wing walking is never let go of one handhold until you've got firmly in your grip another. And that is something that I think we're trying to bring to this process. It's not we go to a certain point and we say, we're quitting on this and we're going to start doing this. It is a transition.
The transition will happen in phases: testing, measuring, and adjusting as we go.
Technology can actually do more than that walking patrol if used properly, right? Whereas you have a walker coming around every hour or so or whatever, we'd have a constant 24/7 notification system if using that technology. If things don't look right, if people stay in a place too long, that would notify us to take action if this doesn't look right and call the police, much like the foot patrol would do anyway. So I think that, in my opinion, the technology has far outpaced the need for a human to be walking around. And that's really what it was designed for. It's really to replace that presence that's needed at a much lower cost and a much more reliability rate.
Having a sense of security and safety is something that I don't think it takes a lot of expertise in real estate to understand that this is something that's going to contribute to property values. And I don't think it takes a lot of imagination to understand that when you have an operation that makes it harder for any sort of casualty to happen, whether it's a theft, a fire, anything that would cause an insurance claim. When you have a system that's better designed to prevent the problems, that's going to make it a lot easier to get insurance and to get insurance at a reasonable rate.
The impact, I think, is enormous in terms of, first, relevance. In a market where things are continuously being built and new locations are coming in, this is putting us not only just relevant, but at cutting-edge relevant.
Modernization is about safety, sustainability, and confidence. Together, we're building a stronger future for the condominiums at Midtown Crossing.